Coming to almost closing, there's so much Nirvana. I can't wind it up in a short podcast like you used to do 10 minutes because exploring through you is exploring through creativity. You have two sides to you. One is your professional life, one is what you have taken from your father, and one that creative aspect of what makes you so friendly and so connected to everyone. There's hardly any name in India who is not your friend. So you have friends in the film world, you have friends in entrepreneur world, and so I'm sure in Nepal, and so I'm sure in global space, because as you told me some incidents in World Economic Forum, you're pretty much there to connect. So what makes you such a connecting soul, and what is the feedback?
So I'm not in World Economic Forum to connect. I go in any conversations or any forums or even events like Davos or World Economic Forum with a very open mind to learn, with an open mind to meet with people who I've looked up to, with an open mind to meet people who've done extraordinary work in their space, and to learn from them. So I go in with that mindset, right? And I don't think I ever go into any conversations or anything wanting something from anyone.
And why people befriend you so fast? How I've
I
hardly
guess when
seen
you are
entrepreneurs of young, met so many interviewed,
right,
but getting so friendly in this generation where everybody tries to keep more space to themselves.
I guess everyone's different in that way,
Yes, how
right?
are you so different? What is the key?
I guess that's the way I am as a human being,
Yeah.
as an individual. That's how my upbringing has been. We've been taught to respect people. We've been taught to, you know, honor people's success. We've been taught to, help people wherever we can. We've been taught to respect and um, look up to people who've done extraordinary work. So when you have those fundamental values in you, then you're getting into any
It's missing
conversations.
in most of the people.
I don't know, at least
Which
the
is the
people
biggest compliment you've ever got till now from someone you looked up besides your father?
I
You just, I mean, not to be overwhelmed with it, but you just felt like, wow.
I guess what makes us is the people we are blessed with, who are surrounding in our lives, right? I think one of the biggest assets, one of the biggest joys I have in my life are the people I'm growing up with, the friends that I have.
But any compliment or any thought that someone shared about you out
I
of gratitude
don't,
and you hold on?
I don't, I can't recall. I
That means you
can't
don't hold
recall.
on to the praises and appreciation.
Uh, yeah, I close friends to me always uh, sort of smile when I'm doing something right, but they'll be my first big critic, and because they have the right to do that. They have the right to do that, and they want to see me do better. So I remember that
Yes.
a lot more than any compliment.
And lastly, before we have to wind up before rapid fire, is about Nepal. Now we've seen how where it's come from, a land of instability. You've seen the insurgency space and everything. Growing up here doing business, it is. Do you think it'll go stabilized now? And as a businessman here, who is stable in an unstable land? Politics has played differently. We saw how you guys yourself suffered, but supported the Gen Zs also in their thought process in a way. How do you take it to the world? Because you might be judged now, you are certainly being. But being a businessman, of course, you can override that to a certain extent.
So being a businessman, we are doing our role.
Yeah.
We are playing our part of
Yeah.
it. I think the instability comes more at the political level.
Yeah.
Right? So on a lighter note, all the different gods were making different countries, right? The main god said that I'm going to make Nepal. And he said, I'm going to put the most majestic mountains in this country.
Yeah, the most.
I'll have all the water come flow from here to even India.
Yeah.
Make it one of the world's largest potential hydropower countries. I'll cover it up with 60-70% with forests so you can have biodiversity and herbs.
And
I will make Buddha be born here. I will make this country right between the two superpowers of the tomorrow, right? And all the other gods said, boss, hold on, if you're going to give everything to Nepal, what will you give to the other countries? And he said, don't worry, I'll create such a complicated political structure in Nepal that things won't function at all, right?
oh God.
So we have everything. We are blessed in our country. We are hopeful that with this new transition and the elections that we are seeing, we hope leadership will emerge who really puts economy in the center stage.
If anyone has to doubt Nepal, how do you build the trust back as a leading
I don't
business
think we can
house?
do that by just talking and all of that. I think we have to demonstrate. The taste of the pudding lies in eating it. We have to be patient. We have to all work hard, demonstrate. We have to realize that there are enough investors within our own country who can transform this country. We have to believe in them. We have to give them the right environment, and
There are more
the
billionaires.
smart investors or smart
Yeah.
foreign direct investment don't need to be told where to come. They will figure out and sniff and come when the timing is
This
right.
is something I think India also needs to know.
India,
FDI
I
doesn't
think
need to be told, as you're saying, beautifully said.
India, I think the biggest advantage India has is the market, right? So everyone is coming to India because India has got the market. Now, India policies are working in a way where they're creating an environment where you cater to that growing market, but you do it by putting up a manufacturing process or
Yes.
your particular core competency in India. So it's not only does that, but also you're able to
Make in India's there.
yeah. So India is doing that pretty smartly, I think, and the whole world wants to be there. There's stability in India to a large extent. It's a growing market. We learn a lot from India.
Yeah. And YY found its way through India a big way. I mean, despite having other noodles there, I think we were very fond of YY, especially in the northeastern belt. It picked up its
Right,
market very
right.
strongly. One word to each of the thought I have now,
Sure.
because there's so much.
Sure,
And I wish I
sure.
can make you do this storytelling podcast you've done for your child.
Right.
I happen to get into it. I'm gonna steal that. It's one of the most beautiful thing. But Made in Nepal, your thoughts to the words that I come across. What is your first thought to Made in Nepal? The book.
The book Made in Nepal, my father's story.
Yeah. The elections coming around.
Hopeful.
Binod Chaudhary as a parliamentarian, Binod Chaudhary as a business tycoon or a billionaire.
Binod Chaudhary as a parliamentarian, future statesman of this country. Binod Chaudhary
as a business tycoon of the
visionary.
Nirvana Chaudhary as the son to Binod Chaudhary as the MD of CG Global.
As a son, trying to live up to his father's expectation. As an MD of Chaudhary Group, trying to take his vision to the next level.
CG Global as the company in the world map. How do you place that?
Small company from a small country with big dreams.
You still say that? Why? What it means to you?
A brand that has given our group and our family visibility in a global platform.
Three things I think this generation is where, because your kids are there. 3 things for 3 generations you think should stay, or you have seen, like the millennials, the Gen Zs, and the boomers. What is that you have a thought for?
It can be the next 3 or the past 3 or the next 30.
You choose.
I think what I'm about to say will be relevant to all of them. Is the humility, the ability to keep learning, having that thirst of learning, ability for following your passion, ability for or having that sense of responsibility for making a difference in the society or the community you live in, making a difference in the world that you live in through your corporate social responsibility or your own individual philanthropic values.
And with the world of entrepreneur changing, AI coming in, is there any rule that you think now, like they say that you've got kids, so people have to wisely use AI and technology ahead? Is there something that you've learned that even though AI and technology have taken over, we have to be consciously approaching?
AI and technology has not taken over, according to me. I think it's going to go complementary. We need to start understanding and using it to our best use. We should not be dependent on it. We should know exactly how it will help us for increasing our own productivity. So for doing that, we need to start understanding what exists over there, how the technology is changing lives.
And one guru story. You're so close to Sri Ravi Shankar ji. So one thought or one wisdom that you borrow from him, or maybe you've shared a moment of wisdom with him.
I can probably write a book on your question, but a thing that comes to my mind right now is, when the mind is still, the universe will surrender. Is something which is